Welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn how to work with charts. There are quite a number of things that I'm going to be showing you. You will learn how to identify charts and how they interpret numerical data. Then you also learn how to select the chart types for your data. Then you're going to learn how to create a chart and how to make changes to a chart. Many people think, creating charts will be very difficult. It's not so. To create a chart is even the simplest of what you could do on Microsoft Excel. It's very simple. It just requires, simple steps to get it done. So it's not a rocket science at all. So I'm going to be teaching you simple steps that you can use to create your chart. So what exactly is a chart? It's simply a pictorial representation of data in a worksheet. That is, it's a pictorial representation of this data set that we have here on this sheet. So it's, a more descriptive way of representing data and illustrating trends or patterns in data. So you can use your chart to, illustrate trends or maybe patterns in data. For people that make sales and all that, when they have their sales data and all that every month and all that, so they could use those data sets to now create charts. So that chart is going to show them the trend of their sales, maybe on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, or however they want it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it makes you to see your data at a glance, to know what exactly is there, because you've projected it in a pictorial format. Do you understand that? So it's a good thing to do. And charts, explain your data better than, the bare data that you just put on your worksheet. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you have the data there, the best way to explain your data or to present the data to people is by representing them in charts. So it makes people to understand it better and all that. I hope you got that clearly. Okay. So we're going to move on right now, and we're going to be considering the ways to get your charts created. Now, if you look at what we have here, we have a column for income, a column for expenses, and a column for balance. Now, we could create a chart for all of them together, such that you have a series for the income, a series for expenses, and a series for balance. So all of them will be in one chart. Do you understand what I'm saying? You could have all of them on one chart, or you create a separate chart for each of them. That is, you could have a chart on your income, your monthly income. You could have a chart on your monthly expenses. You could have a chart on your savings. That is your monthly savings, which is your balance. I hope you get what I'm saying. And you could combine them together to compare your income, expenses, and balance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, but when you bring all of them together in one chart, definitely they will be in series. So the income will represent a series, expenses will represent a series, while balance will also represent a series. I hope you understand that now. So each set of data like this in a chart is called series. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this income is a data set, expenses is a data set, then balance is a data set. So each of them represents a series in a chart. I hope you get what I'm saying. So we're going to first demonstrate for each of those series separately. Then at the end of the day, we're going to bring them together. Now, how do you create charts? How do you do that? It's very, very simple. So the first thing to do is to select the cells that contain the data set. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, let me also tell you something here. When you want to create a chart, you talk about the x-axis and the y-axis, especially when you're dealing with bar charts and all that. So this is the identifier for this data set. That is, when you see 80,000, you know it belongs to January. When you say 85,000, you know it belongs to February. So this identifier will always be on the x-axis, that is the horizontal axis. Do you understand that now? While the income, that is the data set itself, will be represented on the vertical axis, which is called y-axis. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So this will be represented on the horizontal line, while this income data set will be represented on a vertical line. So you need to understand that. So the horizontal line is the x-axis, while the vertical line represents the y-axis. I hope you understand that now. So how do you now go about creating your chart? It's very simple. So all you need to do is to select the data set. So we want to represent this particular one in a chart, month and income. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the title. Then you have the whole of this there. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So this data set is what we want to, create our chart with. So I'm going to start from January to December, because that is what we need for the chart. Do you understand that? So the next thing you're going to do after making the selection, by now you should know how to, select your cells and all that. So it's been selected. The next thing I'm going to do now is to go to Insert tab on the ribbon. Insert tab. So if you're there now, you're going to come to Charts group. Can you see Charts? So right here you see different types of charts that you can make use of and all that. Do you understand? We have the recommended charts and we have other charts that are there. So when you select a data set and you come to Charts group, you can use recommended charts to see the recommended charts that you could make use of for this type of data that you have. So look at the recommended charts now. They are right here. Can you see that? This is the first one. Do you want it to look like this? Or do you want it to look like this? Or do you want it to look like this? Or something of this nature. You also have all charts, where you're going to have all the categories of charts, that is the types of charts that you have. Do you understand that now? So this is column, and we have two of them there. Can you see that? This one, this is another one. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then when you go to line, you're going to have something like this, and you have the other variations. Do you understand that now? So if you click each of them, you will see how they will look. Do you understand what I'm saying? Depending on what you want to achieve. That's line chart. Then we also have pie chart, which is circular in nature. Can you see that? It will divide the circle into, quadrants. Do you understand what I'm saying? So giving, a form of percentage to each of the data that you have in the data set. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you could make use of this. Now I'm going to move on. We have the bar. This is the bar chart. Then we have the area. This is the area chart. We have XY scatter. We have stock. Can you see stock? If you've seen stock market before, this is the kind of graph you're going to see there. Then we have surface. We have radar. we have tree map, we have sunburst, we have histogram, we have box and whisker, we have waterfall, then we have combo. So we have all of this there, but on your own, you should try out the rest. I'm just going to demonstrate the column, maybe the line and the pie for you here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you could try out the rest depending on what you want to achieve. The same way I've just done for these three. I mean the same method now you're going to apply to the rest of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just watch the steps, do the same, and you're going to achieve the result. The first step is to select the data set that you want to use to create the chart. Then the next thing is to go to your insert tab here, then come to the charts group on the ribbon, then select the type of data that you want to create. I hope you understand that now. Okay, so we're going to start with column, and I think I'll prefer probably maybe something like this. I think I'll prefer something like this. So I'll select that. So that's been selected already. As you can see, a box around it. If I'm selecting this now, it will change. As you can see, it's been selected. But this is what I'm using now. So I'm going to click OK. So when I do that, the next thing I'm going to see is to see the chart come up. Can you see that? So the chart has been created already. And just like what I told you earlier, that you're going to have the identifier on the horizontal axis, while you're going to have the data set on the vertical axis, that is y-axis. This is the x-axis, while this is the y-axis. Do you understand that? So we also have the legend. This is the legend that is showing us the color codes for the representations on the chart. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So this is where you have the chart title. I hope you're getting it now. So you could label your chart with anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now we could call it monthly budget or whatever. Do you understand that now? So you could also label your axis such that you make the labels to show. I hope you get what I'm saying. So we're going to be demonstrating that shortly. All right. So you have the data set now. Look at the legend showing here now. I hope you get what I'm saying. The legend explains the meaning of each of the series that you have there. But don't forget that we only have one series now. By the time we start combining these three together, you will see that the color codes will be different. Do you understand what I'm saying? But currently we have just one series, but each month has its own color. Do you understand that now? So you can easily identify any of those colors. I hope you understand that now. So we're going to move on now to edit the chart title. That's the first thing I want us to do. I will call it monthly budget. Do you understand that? So I've just done that now, so I can click on the outline. Can you see that? So we have that there already. Now, if you look at this data set now, let's interpret the data and see whether the data set is well represented here. Now for the month of January, which is this first one, we have $80,000. And if you look at it very well, you see that it's on $80,000. The next one is $85,000. As you can see, it's $85,000. Now, what you can do when you have a chart like this to know what each of the bars represent, you can point to the bar and it will give you the details of what is there. Can you see series January 0.1 and you have value to be $80,000. Can you see that now? So when you point to the other one, you see 85 and you see March 76,000 and all that. Do you understand? So you can see what they stand for here. Look at December 120,000. Look at it here. So looking at this chart now, I can easily know the months that I have the highest income. So I know that in December I had the highest income. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can easily know the month that I have the lowest income now by the reason of this representation, which is this particular one, and that is September. I hope you get what I'm saying. So looking at this data, it might not be easy for me to quickly pick the lowest income here and the highest income, because I have to go through all the data for me to see. But looking at the representation, it's easier for me to just pick the lowest and the highest. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So because of the pictorial representation, I hope you got that clearly. So that's the whole essence of creating a chart. It's to represent your data in a better way that could make your audience to see your data better. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these are things that you need to know. And right now we're going to move on, because we're now going to begin to manipulate the chart settings now. Do you understand that? And how do you do that? You go to design. Can you see design? Right on the design, we have the chart element. Come to, the design contextual tab. Don't forget that these two tabs only came out because we created a chart. On a normal ground, you won't see them. And I explained earlier in other courses that we did, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, that we have contextual tabs, that you only see them when you're dealing with some certain things on that application. When you're creating table, you're going to see these types of tabs coming out and all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't see them every time. They only come out when you're dealing with certain things on the application. Do you understand that now? And they are there for you to be able to modify or to manipulate the format and the design and all that. So currently on the design tab, that is on the chart tools, as you can see, it's all these two tabs will give you the tools that you can use to manipulate your chart. Do you understand that? So on design tab now, when you come to the chart layout, right there you can make some additions and all that to your chart. So currently, look at the axis. We have the primary axis and we have the primary horizontal and the primary vertical. Can you see that? So now we can also go to the axis titles to give the titles. Can you see the title now showing? So right here now, I can modify what I have here. Do you understand that now? I can modify that. So I'm going to have what stays now? This is the month. Do you understand? Then I'm going to go back to axis title, primary vertical, and you're going to have it here. So this one, we'll call it income. So when you look at it now, you will see that we've labeled the axis. So the vertical axis has been labeled with income, while the horizontal axis has been labeled with month. Do you understand that? This one you're seeing here is to tell you that you only have one series here. Do you understand that now? So I'm still going to go back to the chart and still see other things that we could do. Now, I could go to what's next, chart title, and determine where I want the chart title to be. So this is the positioning of the chart title. When you say none, it's going to remove it completely. As you can see, it has disappeared. I've not even selected it. I just hover around this and it's gone. So when you say above chart, it's going to be where it is now. But when you say centered overlay, it's going to enter into the chart. It will drop down. Can you see that? So those are the things you're going to see. Look at above chart. Can you see that? But look at centered overlay. But when you go to none, it's gone. Do you understand that? So these are things that you need to know. When you come to data labels, you could also label your data, that is each of these bars. If you wanted to the data to show, you could do that. Can you see inside end? Can you see center? Can you see inside base? Can you see outside end? Can you see where they are? Can you see data call out? So these are things that you're going to have if you want them to show. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So if you want outside end, you could do it this way. I hope you understand that clearly. So let's select this now, and you will see that those things will be there. Don't forget that you could expand your chart. That doesn't mean that you can't really expand this chart. You can expand it if it's too small for you. All you need to do is just to expand the normal way you expand your shapes and all that. You use the resizing handles to do that. So I can do this now, and you're going to see it better. Can you see the chart now? I want to believe you can see it better now. So look at that. So this is what we have now. So look at all the labels there. So I can also go back and let's see data table. Currently there's none, but you could create what's it called now? Data table with legend keys. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is just going to show you all those things. You could create data table without legend. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is with legend, but this is with no legend. Do you understand that now? So these are things that you could know. Look at the error bars. If there's any, it's going to show standard error, percentage, and all that. Whatever you're dealing with, if you want standard deviation to show, it will be there. Grid lines, you want grid lines to show. Primary, major, vertical, can you see that? Primary, major, horizontal is what you have there currently. Can you see that? That's what has been selected currently. But if you want the primary, major, vertical, you're also going to have that. Do you understand that now? Let's go back to the grid lines. If you want primary, minor, you can have that. You see a lot coming out and all that. Do you understand that? If you want primary, minor, vertical, you're also going to have that. But if you look at it very well, the vertical grid lines are not showing well, because if they show, it will disrupt and distract people from seeing the data clearly. Do you understand that now? So that's why you won't see them come out. I hope you understand that. So the horizontal ones would allow your audience to see your data clearly. I hope you understand that now. So that's that. So these are things that you could do. We have the legend also. Where do you want it to be? You want it to be at the right. You want it to be, you don't even want any legend at all. It's going to remove everything. But initially it was at the bottom. Can you see that? So you want it at the left corner, you can have it. You want it on top, you can have it there. Can you see that? You want it at the right. I always prefer my legend to be at the right side of my chart, which is something of this nature that you're seeing. I hope you understand that now. So this is how it works. So I'll select right, and I'm going to have a change. Do you understand that now? So we're still moving on to other things. Now, there are quick layouts that if you want to just use it, it will just give you, what's it called now? The charts will align to the layout here. So look at different types of the layout that we have there now. So you could use any of them if they suit what you want to achieve. Someone could say, oh, this is what I want. Do you understand? I'm saying different types depending on what you want to achieve. Okay. Someone could say, this is what I want. Someone could say, oh, I want something like this or something like this. So it's your choice, just make sure you choose what you feel will be fine for you. But I think I like this, and I may choose that and just use it. I hope you get what I'm saying. So we move on now to colors. Now you could change the colors. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you see that different types are there, whichever one you want. This is monochromatic, while this is colorful. It's going to show different colors. This one's when you choose blue, different shades and all that. But this one is monochromatic. It's just going to give you different shades of blue. And when you choose this, it gives you, different shades of that color and all that. While this will give you multiple colors and things like that, different color combinations. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that your change colors will do. I'll also move on to the chart styles. So there are different styles there that you could choose. Can you see the first one here? When I move to the next one, you see how it looks. By the time you move to the next one, look at it. Can you see that it's changing? When you come here, you're going to have this. When you come here, you're going to have that. When you come to this place, you're going to have this. When you come to this place, you're going to have this. Then here, you're going to have that. Do you understand that? You could click here to see more of that. Do you understand that? This is the drop down button to see more of that. Can you see this? Can you see that? Depending on what you want personally. So if this is the kind of chart style that you want, you select it and move on. Do you understand that now? So it's your choice. You can click here more to see all of them at once. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now just over around it until you see what you like. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you want something like this, you can choose that. I hope you're getting that now. So that's that. I'm going to move to the next one, and that is switch row and column. You could switch your row to column. I mean the data now. So if you switch, you're going to have a form of a change that is going to come on your what is it called now, chart. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So if you look at it very well, it's back now. Do you understand that? But because we're using just one series, it's very easy for you to just work with that. So you could also select data from this sheet now. Maybe you want to modify it and things like that. You could change the data range. Maybe you don't want some of these things to be included. You can remove it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And just select the only ones you want. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you look at it now, this is January, you can see February, you can see March, April, May, and stuff like that. Do you understand that? So these are legend entries that you're seeing here. You could modify it. Do you understand that now? And this is the horizontal axis labels. Okay, if you don't want this to show again, you can remove it. Do you understand that? Depending on what you want to see. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you say okay now, it's just going to remove all of that. So everything you have in this series will be taken out, because that is the only series that you have done. You say you should remove that. So when you come back, let's go back to select it back. You come to your design tab, then you come to where you have your select data. This is what is responsible for the remover, because once you deselect this, it means you don't want to see it again. So all of this data set will go. That is this series, the entire series will go. Currently now look at it, I've just selected one now. If I click OK, it's only this data that is going to show there. I hope you get what I'm saying. So you could also select something different and say these are the only things I want to show, February to October, and that's what you're going to have there now. So if I say OK, it's just going to reduce everything to February to October. So you could modify it by selecting different data. So if I want to take it back to capture everything, I'll start from here again. Then I'm going to have everything there. Then I can say OK. So as you can see now, we have it back. So These are things that you could do with this. So what if you are not satisfied with this type of chart and you want another chart type? Don't forget that the chart type is different from the chart style. The style just gives you, different designs and things like that that you could apply to the type of chart you've selected. Just as you can see, there are different shades, designs, and all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But chart type determines the type of chart you want to use. Maybe it's bar chart, pie chart, column, area, line, and all that. So if I want to change to line, and let's say I want to change to line, something like this, I could do that. All I need to do is to select, maybe I want something like this, I'll just select it and I'll say okay. It's going to change it without stress. So that doesn't mean that if you have selected a chart type, you can't change to other chart types again. Do you understand what I'm saying? And don't forget, the same thing you did to the other chart type, you could modify those things right here as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? Different things are there depending on what you want to achieve. Can you see them? So you could just play around all these things. Do you understand that? I'm still going to go back to chart type. Let's change it now to pie and let's see how it looks. So we have this now and I'm going to say okay. So when I say okay, look at what we have here now. So this is your pie chart. So your pie chart, calculates them in percentage and break the circle into those percentages. Do you understand what I'm saying? From this look, it's easy for me to pick the month that is the highest, the one that has the largest portion is the one that is the greatest there. So look at this now. You see that it's bigger than other ones. So, and when you point to each of those quadrants, you can see what they represent. This is December now, and it's $120,000, and it's 12%. So this occupies 12% of the entire space. Do you understand that now? So these are things that you need to understand. So you could point to each of them for you to know the values. And we also have the legend there to show us what each of them represent. So if you see this color now, it shows you that that is December. So I can come here and know that this is December. If I look at this color now, I can look for June here. If I look at this color now, I can easily know that this is May as it's here. So I hope you're getting this clearly. So we also have different styles that you could select, beautiful ones that you could bring out. Maybe you don't like the other one, you want better styles. You could do all of that. Look at this now, for example. Do you understand that? They are just shades under design tab. Don't forget that I said that these two tabs will only come out when you're dealing with charts. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean for chart tools now. When you're dealing with table, you will also have these contextual tabs coming out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to change the chart type back to column that we started with. Maybe you can select this one this time around, and let's say okay. Can you see this now? So this is what we have right now, because it's same color. We're not changing the color. It's just the amount that will show us the differences between all of those data sets. Do you understand that now? So I think let me see if I can see something that I like here. If not, I'll switch back to what I was using initially. Okay, let me see. So just feel free to use anything you like, feel free, anything you like at all. I hope you get what I'm saying. So let me just switch back to that other one. I think I prefer this. I like the multicolors. Do you understand that? So this is it. I can choose something else if I don't want that, or maybe something like this. Do you understand that? So it's my choice, but I think I'm okay with this now. And I'm going to go to Format tab, still editing what we have here. Do you understand that? You could still go, maybe change if you come to the shape styles, You could select any of these to change some of the things you have there. Do you understand that now? Could come, just click everything, play around it, look at them one after the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? It looks like what you want personally. You come to preset, you could have this. Do you understand that? You have transparent background. Do you understand? So these are things that you could achieve with your format tab. Do you understand that now? So you could play around all of this and decide what you want. I hope you're getting what I'm saying now. So I'm going to step out of here. Just play around it. I'm not selecting anything here, but try to walk around them and see what you can do. You can also select your shape, color, and all that. You want it to if you want that to be what you want to use. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just play around them, see what you can use, but you have to use a color that is going to allow the text on the chart to show. Do you understand what I'm saying? As you can see, using a light color might take away the text. It won't let it show clearly because they are not deep colors. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's that. So you could also use outline. That is, what's an outline? That's a line around your chart. Do you understand that now? So you could play around it. As you can see, red color is coming out clearly. Do you understand that now? So play around all of this. Okay? Could also change the weight. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe you want it thicker and you want red. You know, just play around them. Okay? So we also have the shape effect. Maybe you want it to look somehow and all of that. Could select them. You want these. You understand? Play around them. Then you see the shadow showing now and all of that. We also have the preset. Maybe you want a particular preset. Can you see how it looks now? Look at this one. Look at this. So you have different ones there. Can you see this now? Different ones. Can you see this? Can you see this? So just play around all of them and, you know, choose the one you want there. You also have the shadow there showing and all of that. Do you understand that? So play around them and choose anyone you like out of them. I hope you understand. So I'm clicking out. We've dealt with all of this. Maybe you want the text. What art styles is for text? Do you understand what I'm saying? So this only affects the text you have here. Do you understand that? So you could change the text to something like this, to this style. You could click more to see different stuff that you have there, and you know, just change if you want it. If it's not something you like, you just leave it out. Do you understand that? And so just play around them, you know, see how they work with what you're dealing with. So we also have the text color. Maybe you don't want white again. You want something different, maybe red color, maybe this, but you must be mindful of color combination when you creating your chart so that people can see whatever you have there clearly. I hope you understand that now. So you could use different colors that you feel work well with your chart. But one thing I want to stress here for you is that your creativity will still go a long way to play in creating your chart. I mean, how nice your chart looks will be dependent on your creativity. I hope you understand that. So do well to just play around all of this, and you will understand that creating chart is not something difficult at all. I hope you understand that. So now you know that you have your axis title here, sorry, your chart title here, you have your axis title, the y-axis title here, you have your x-axis title here. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is your legend that you're seeing here, and this is just one series. That's why you have one here. It's a series. I hope you understand that clearly. So these are things that you need to know while working with your chart. So we've created one series now, just income. You could do the same for expenses and the balance. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's that. Let's create another one. We're going to select this and this column. Now, After selecting this, if you want to select this, you hold your control key. I get what I'm saying. Select all of this together, then hold the control key to now select the second one, the second row. Do you understand that now? So these are things that you need to understand. Okay, so as you can see, I've selected my data. I want to create another chart for this data set now, for these expenses, but I have to specify what my identifier will be. This is the identifier for all of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we've created for this, we want to create for this now. After selection was the next thing, go back to insert. Do you understand that? Then go to your recommended charts, or you just go straight to all this chart, this column. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or easily just come to see all charts, use the dialog box launcher, then it's going to bring you to the recommended charts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then you could go to all chart to see. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you could actually do. Do you understand that? Okay, so you could select any of that. So I'm going back now to make my selection. So this is what we have now. So let's see recommended charts. Can you see what we have there? Let me go back because I need to explain this to you, because if you don't select it well, you won't have the result. The first thing you have to do is to select this. You know how to make selections now. You can make use of your mouse or make use of your keyboard. So if you have to select this, the first thing you're going to do is to select all of this together using your mouse or your keyboard. If you're using your mouse, you drag it down from January to December. Then to select this other column, the data set here, you're going to hold down the control key, then drag your mouse from this 50 to 67. So you've selected these two columns like that. I hope you understand that. So it's very, very important that you understand this. So you could also use your keyboard by using, when you click the first cell, you use your shift key and use the you hold your shift key down, then you begin to press your what's it called now, your down direction key. Do you understand that? Then when you're done, you now go to the next place, you hold your control key. You get what I'm saying? Click the first one there, then hold your shift key down and begin to highlight again, begin to select until you get there. So you selected it this way. I hope you understand it now. So that's how to make your selection. So after that, now you can select any of these charts that you want. As you're hovering around them, you see that the chart is already coming out. Do you understand that? Anyone you want, 3D, 2D, whatever. Do you understand that? You could go to the other ones as well. This is Sunburst, so that is going to show you all of this. This is also a type of chart I could have. Do you understand that? So this is another chart, Sunburst and all that. So you could just play around them. The one that I feel will work for you, just use them. Do you understand that? So play around them. But to see all of that, just come to this place, dialog box launcher. And when you come there, you're going to have the recommended chart section and you have the all charts tab. So when you come to the recommended chart, it's telling you what you could use to represent this data that you have here. Do you understand? But if you're not satisfied with any of this, it's not compulsory you use it. It's just recommending to you that you could use this. But if you're not satisfied, then go to all charts and select from the chart types that you have. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So that's the way it works. So if you want histogram, for example, this histogram, you could use it. Do you understand that now? And use it to present whatever you want to do. So if you don't want histogram, you could choose something else. Maybe you want something like this, you could choose it. This is Pareto, while this is histogram. Okay? So decide whatever you want to use. Do you understand what I'm saying? So maybe you want something like this Pareto, you could select it, and it's just going to bring out the chart for you. And this is it. The same thing you did the other time. You could change the chart title, modify it to suit whatever you want to do. Go to add elements, add the axis title to it, primary and vertical. Do you understand? Sorry, horizontal and vertical. If you click horizontal, it's going to give you down there, and if you want vertical, it's going to give you that as well. Do you understand that? Then this is the chart title. You could make it to be above or centered overlay. You could also introduce grid lines and things like that, both major and minor. And you could determine where your legend is going to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you say your legend should be at the right, it's just going to be there. If you want it at the top, it's going to go there. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you can walk around, and you can also change the colors the way we did it the other time. Walk around the chart styles, then deal with the data, the chart type. You could change it again to another type of chart. You get what I'm saying? So these are things that you could do. So play around all of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep this because I want to now create the final one. Do you understand that? So I'm going to delete this. So I want to create, I'm not creating for the third one again. You can practice that. Just do it on your own. The balance. Walk around it. The first thing you do is to select this. Don't forget. Then you hold your control key, the control key on your keyboard down, then select this one down. That will make the two of them to be selected together. Then you can go to your insert tab, then go to chart group and just click the dialog box launcher there, and you're going to see the recommended charts. Or you go to all charts and just select any chart you want. If you want pie chart, you could select that and say okay. That's all. So, but I want to do the 3 series together. That is, I'm going to select all of the 3 series together. So I want to represent the 3 series on one chart. Could combine 2. It could be income and expenses that you want to combine. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you could select only these 2. So it will be 2 series on the chart. So if you want 3, you could do the 3. If there are more than 3, you have 4. You select all of them. I get what I'm saying. Then after making the selection, the next thing to do is to go back to insert, just like we've been doing. Then just click the dialog box launcher. I get what I'm saying. When you click that, you have the recommended charts there. If you want this, you could choose this. Can you see it? So these are things that you could do. So I'm going to go to all charts and see if I can get a better description. Let me see. Now, if you select pie chart, if you look at the recommended chart, you won't see anything like pie chart there, because it won't represent the data clearly. Do you understand what I'm saying? It won't show you the trend, you know, and the pattern in the data. I get what I'm saying now. It won't show you that. So you can't see it as part of the recommended charts. I get what I'm saying. So if you're trying to do something like this, you should always use something close to all of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? To help you to see the pattern of your data set clearly. Do you understand that now? So this is one now. So I can use this clustered column is what I want to use now. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to click OK. I've made my selection. This is it, and this is it here, the preview. Then when I say OK, it comes out. So as you can see now, I have 3 series here now. Series 1, can you see? Series 2, Series 3. So Series 1 is this blue one, which is the income. Series 2 is the expenses, while Series 3 is the balance. I hope you get what I'm saying. So let's play around all of this again. So let's give this a title, and I'm going to change the title. Just click there, then edit it. You could delete it and put your own. Call it monthly budget. Okay. Or monthly financial record or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it depends on what you want to name it. So we've done that. The next thing we want to do is to go to add axis titles, primary. We'll call this month. Just delete what is inside once you click. So we'll call it month. Then we go back to add the vertical. And we're going to click inside and delete what is there also. Do you understand that? So I'm going to call this let's call this price, because now you can't call it income, expenses, or balance. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or let's say what can we call this? Can we call it costs now? Do you understand? So when you have something like this now, you've labeled all of that. Are you get what I'm saying? So here we have the series already. As you can see, this is one, this is the other one, and this is the third one. Do you understand that? So if we go back now, I want us to now go back to some of these things that we did the other time where we want the legend to be. So if you come to the legend, you want the legend to be to the right, it's going to go there. Do you understand that? So you have your series here. I hope you get what I'm saying. Now, I also want us to look at the other settings that we have here. For example, if you go to what have we not done? I think for grid lines, you could, just play around them just like what we did earlier. And you could change your layout if you're not satisfied. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you want the data to show on them, you could do the same. If you want color change, you could do that as well. Do you understand that? So, but I don't think I want that. This one I would want to work on. Okay? I think I would like something. Let me see. Do I want this? No, I don't want this. Okay, so let's use this one this time around. You could use any one you like. I hope you get what I'm saying. And you could modify all of this again. I hope you're getting it now. So these are things that you could do. Do you understand? So if you go to your legend now, you see that your legend is on top. So you could change it to the right and you're going to still have it there. Now what brought it back up was the chart style that we selected. Do you understand that? It's not something difficult at all. Do you understand? But after selecting it, if it affects the legend, I mean, if it affects the position of the legend, you could bring it back to the original position by going back to add chart element and, editing that. I hope you understand that now. So these are things that you need to know. You could play around all of this, the chart type. If you don't want this again, you could change it to something else, just like what we did earlier. You could come to format and walk around all of this, just like what we did the other time. Maybe you want a color to show, just do something that you think would work fine for you. Do you understand that now? Mine is to show you what is possible. Yours is to now use your creativity to just choose whatever you want. I hope you're getting it now. So I think that's that. You could play around with the shape effect as well. You understand? Whatever. Just play around with them. And just like this name signifies, this will be dealing with the shape itself, while this will be dealing with the text. This section will be dealing with the text. I hope you understand that. So I want to believe that this is very clear to you now. So just take your time to play around all of this. You could have your own data, maybe sales data that you want to represent in a chart or any other thing. Try as much as possible to, do it over and over and master that. I hope you understand that. So finally, let me just show you how to now modify the series here. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you look at this clearly, this series represent income, expenses, and balance. But you could do it in such a way that the names of this series show. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's possible. So I'm going to delete this and show you how you could do it better. I hope you get what I'm saying. Or even right here now, let's just go to format, design, then let's go to select data. So what we're going to do is just add this one to it now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then we're going to say OK, and that's going to change this immediately. Can you see that? Income, expenses, and balance. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So anytime you're dealing with series, you have to add the names of the series to it so that it could identify each of those series for you. I hope you got that now. So don't forget that for you to edit the data you have in the chart, you just go to select data. Like I said earlier, you don't have to present all of this there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You could select the only data you want to represent or use to create your chart. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just understand that. Now, if you want to start from the beginning again, okay, let me still demonstrate something for you. Let's say I don't want all of this to show. I've done it earlier. Maybe I want from April to August to show. You get what I'm saying? All I need to do is to go to select data, and now I'll select this first one. I'll hold my control key on the keyboard. Then I'm going to select April to August or to September, whichever. So when I have this and I say OK, it's just going to give me all of that. What if I don't want all these ones to show consecutively? Maybe I want January, March, May, July, September to show. How do I do that? Go back to select data. Then you're going to select the first one. Hold your control key down. Maybe I want January to show. I'll select January. You still hold your control key. Go to the next one. Maybe I want March to show. I'll select March. Maybe I want June to show. I'll select June. Still holding my control key. I want September to show. I'll select that. Then when I'm done, let's say this is all I want to show. I'll say OK. And I'm going to have just that. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So this is how to work around all these things. But let me go to start that afresh for you to now get it clearly. So I'll delete this. So from the beginning now, I want to represent these 3 series in a chart. So I'm going to select everything to December. So this title must be there for them to be used as series name. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So each of these will now represent a series. Don't forget that each data set represents a series. So when you include the titles, they will now be used to label each series. Do you understand that? So after selecting it, just go to insert, then go to your launcher, then check the recommended chart. If you see anything, you can use there. If not, go to all charts and choose anyone you like there. So I want this, I can choose that. As you can see, it has given me that already, and now it's out already. Do you understand that? This is what we have. You can modify the chart title. You could add the labels for the axis, by doing the same thing we did the other time. You could expand this if it's too tiny. Do you understand what I'm saying? You could expand it. I'm going to close this. Do you understand that you could expand it for it to become bigger and all that? Then just play around the settings, the formats and all that. Do you understand that? So this is where we're going to stop in this video, and in the next video you're going to be learning how to now print your worksheets. Whatever you've done on your worksheet. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not something difficult at all. Many people don't know how to print on Microsoft Excel. If they print, that thing is not showing well and all that. You will not have that issue. In the next video, you're going to learn how to do that very well. I hope you understand that. So see you in the next video. Thank you.